go in as the engineer and go straight into Monsoon, and hopefully we can get the Sky Meadows, not the Sky Meadows, the map that we're after to kill the meteors this time round. We did have a lot of reds, and that was a very good run. It was just unfortunate that we had some glacial wisps so early into the game. I'm very confused, giant right there. We've got some chests nearby, a busted fungus is a perfect start for an engineer. Tri-tip dagger is not too bad for the early game, and we just need one more enemy slave. And now we will open up our third chest, a rusted key. We will start lining up our chests to prepare for the boss, our turrets, sorry, and spawn them in. The Wandering Vagrant is a very easy mob for the engineer to brawl. Its shield quite easily deals with anything that mob can throw at us. Getting a Warhorn as our first reward, not very useful for us right now, as we do not have any active abilities, and as the engineer, we don't specifically aim to be the highest amount of damage. We try and push that onto our turrets. Okay, we have a chest up here that we can see. Might potentially have some out the back. We also have a damage chest up there. We have a blue portal that does appear. I'm not too sure if we want to go through it. Rather unfortunate, there are no chests at the back, a little bit of a waste of time. For our mediocre start as the engineer. We'll line up some mines, and as he comes to chase us through, he'll die. Grab some more health just because we can, and go for our damage chest. As awesome as it would be to go and get that other chest, our movement speed is in no way high, so we will not be running across the map to go and get that. We will just go through the teleporter and convert our gold into experience. Not taking the blue portal as we aren't aiming to be the strongest, we just want to get some challenges done. It is always recommended to go through the blue portal early, in my opinion, if you are after taking that run to the end game. You do get some red items, some green items, and some white items. And if you have something like command or sacrifice on as the artifacts, you can get a exceedingly large amount of items from that small area, right at the start of the game. A key thing to keep in mind as well is that the timer is frozen, so you do not have to worry about falling behind. Confusion is an awesome item on the Engineer. It will increase the health of your turrets as well. Personal shield generator for the same reason. Since we are on this map as the Engineer, we are looking for the buttons, and we will kill the elites down in the tunnel. There are a couple of button spawns. There's one here, there's one that's a little bit over there. We have seen our rusted chest. Sometimes a button here underneath those jars. There's sometimes a button over there underneath those trees. Our turrets are doing very well so far. We already have a Ronald's Kairos combo, but there is no harm in us getting another two, or another one each of them for going through the portal. There can also be a button over here, if I can remember correctly. Don't think there can be one up in that back corner. Okay, so now that we've checked most of the button spawn locations, we can assume that although it was one that we were near right at the start, that the button is just behind this rock. Nope. Ah yes, there it is. Put one turret on the button. We will go stand on one of the turrets ourselves. Some mines behind for tailing enemies. Open up our gates and go through. And we can just simply stand back, let our mines, our turrets do a large amount of the work, and reap the benefits of our 2 extra green items. That is almost the equivalent of killing 2 bosses, the only difference being that you don't progress the level, so it is worthwhile if you are easily able to take them out and easily able to get the buttons both pressed to pick up those on your way past. You can only get them once in a run, so every time you come to this level you will not be able to get the buttons again and again, but they are useful nonetheless. We'll be heading straight to the portal with a couple details of gold. It's always useful to have a little bit if it's on your path. There aren't any more chests that I can remember. And you can just walk up this ledge here. Lay down our turrets, put some mines around it. And if you delay the shield placement at the start, it means that you can have it up for longer during the actual fight. While standing in the bustling fungus of the turrets, you can quite easily out-regenerate the damage of the Clay Dune Strider. But that is only one Clay Dune Strider, as the difficulty starts to go up in the modes and more Clay Dunes spawn. It will depend on the strength of your bustling fungus, if you can outlast the damage of the Clay Dune Striders. Now we can just simply place down some turrets, some mines, sit at our bubble, and wait out the timer. There we go. Having a Warhorn and a fuel cell without an equipment chest is rather unfortunate. We'll walk up the mountain first, make sure there's no chests on the other side. It's always, like what I'm doing here is I'm using the outer angles to look over at that island and see if there are any chests. It'll save me time later because now I do not have to look over there. So I know there are no chests there. We have 1 chest here, 2 chests here. We will sit here for a little bit, put some turrets on the outer edge, just because they can already reach the back edge of this zone. We have the very annoying Clay Templar, ready to deal copious amounts of damage. But what all it is going to receive is a shield. There is an equipment vendor down there that we will most certainly be buying items from. We'll be wanting a Crown Accumulator, as it's a great supportive item. The engineer is good at over-the-time DPS due to having his turrets active. Place some mines behind this wall for when our Greater Wisp follows us. And he might have flown too high for them to be in effect anymore. We will just protect our turrets from taking too much damage from our Greater Wisp. But unfortunately imps are also very good at taking them out. So we lost those to some elite imps. Little trick shot of the three enemies almost took us out straight away due to our already weakened health bar. Some money here, killing a elite beetle, leave it a turret, and we'll go get some chests. We want to throw these mines out ahead of us so they have some time to arm before the imp gets to them. Throw it up on the wall to hopefully catch an imp as it goes past. Not an imp, the wisp. And we found our rusted lockbox again. Getting some greatly needed movement speed. Okay. There are a lot of in-between times in these rounds. If there are any people in the comment section that are interested in having conversations or some questions that I can answer in some of these more slow moments of the game, I would happily take them to mind. Risk of Rain 2 isn't always intense. Sometimes it's a little bit more relaxed. Okay, straight down to the boss, placing our two turrets near each other for the Bustling Fungus, and we will try and hit him with one of the Preyons. We did a severe fail with our first one. But our turrets are doing crazy amounts of damage to him, and so are our mines, so he will die very quickly. Awesome. And we got a Hopping Feather, a great addition to our defense. hear a wisp somewhere nearby, but we cannot see a wisp. Unfortunately, the downside of playing an engineer in the default setup, it can be a little bit boring at the start. Your turrets are your primary source of damage and your cooldowns are quite long. Okay, we've spawned into the Siren's Call. We will be aiming to spawn the boss. It has predominantly ranged attacks, and our engineer's shield is very strong into that. We will just send a shot across the map, weaken some of these initial spawning enemies. Gather some all-important early game gold.
God that the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in there. Damn man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Looking for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have them yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your
Okay,
song, throw a
starting
couple
to
stats,
round
yo.
out the build.
Everybody wanna do the same thing. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing, and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
Do want as many of these eggs killed as we can. We are spawning the boss.
Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah. I'm going mainstream. Damn. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Woo. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. They saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Lot of haters, tell me where they at, I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stats, yo. Everybody wanna do the same thing. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing, and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
Clearing out another Wandering Vagrant with ease. Keeping an eye out for all eggs that are around us. Okay.
I'm afraid if our love collides, you'll leave me alone tonight. 'Cause I'm changing and I'm breaking. Is this over? I'm scared to ask these questions, 'cause I know that you'll reject my love. Moving slower, frozen to these pieces without a shoulder.
Won't be too far off for spawning now. Really need to spawn one more egg. And we've spotted it. We've spotted 2, 3, a large amount of eggs on the top side of this map. Now I've got our chests. Just one chest. We do have 2 turrets down bottom that have their bosses distracted, but they aren't in firing range of each other.
I'm afraid if our love collides, you'll leave me alone tonight. 'Cause I'm changing and I'm breaking, but I'll still be your superhero. I'll be your superhero.
Fortunately, the boss is extremely effective at taking out our turrets. So we could have lost them a lot quicker than we wanted. Lucky for us, they survived. The second lot of turrets survived the second barrage. Oh no! We're in a great amount of danger right now. Very fortunate to not have been slain there. But the game does want to kill us. And there we go. It took a long time for us to do it, and it was definitely not worth it for the red item that we received from it. But we had slayed the boss.
Wizard, what do you see as you twist the tiles beneath our feet? What do you see?
And the same as all the levels before us, we sit and wait. Completing the challenge, never back down. That was a very difficult run, but it is quite easily achievable, this challenge with the engineer, as you don't need to leave the teleporter because of your shield. You can dodge a large amount of damage for free. Okay. So on the engineer, we have gained some stats for playing him the first time. If we go to our challenges, we have now got Never Back Down. We will see what this lunar item, because it has a blue background, will do in the future. That'll be all for today. Thank you for watching. This one was a bit of a boring video, and if you guys do like, or if you're interested in doing something in the more boring parts of Risk of Rain 2, there are a lot of boring parts. A lot of people do like to skip and hop around on the Risk of Rain 2 videos. Do leave a comment down in the description, and we will get to all of those. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.